Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. So I have a very cool treat for you guys today, and it comes in the form of a new anomalous, dare I say, extraterrestrial structure that was recently discovered on planet Mars. And before we go further, just to give a little context here, I want to give credit where credit's due. This discovery and the analysis of the Martian anomaly was first highlighted by a channel ran by a guy by the name of Gene Ward, who brought this intriguing find to the attention of the public. And you can check out Mr. Ward's original video and analysis for more details on this discovery. And so today we're not only going to look at the anomaly that he discovered, but some other very strange things in this satellite image of the red planet, and that I think will cement further for you guys what to me is a fact that there was and may still be an alien presence on the red planet, spoken about many times throughout the years, and I think this leads credence to that. So the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, or as it's known for short as the MRO, which is a powerful spacecraft orbiting Mars, has been instrumental in capturing high-resolution images of the Martian surface. Recently, its high-rise camera snapped an image that has sparked significant speculation. A strange formation on the Martian terrain inside of what appears to be a crater that I believe and many others could be remnants of a crashed alien spacecraft, as some have stated, or what looks like to me as some sort of long pipe or tube, and you'll understand why. And so we're going to zoom in here, and I'm just showing you some of the terrain, and it's a very detailed image of not only the surface, but just to show you guys how much terrain just one of these satellite images cover across the red planet. And so this anomaly, located in a very desolate area of Mars, shows what appears to be debris scattered across the ground with a clear impact mark at its center. The image has fueled theories that this could be evidence of extraterrestrial visitation to Mars, or that they're living underground, which I will show you guys more evidence of here in just a moment. And, this crater, this specific crater, I'm going to show you some other things, it's almost dead center of this image. And when you zoom out, you can just see how gigantic some of these craters are, and just how small some of these other ones are where we're discovering these anomalous things. But nonetheless, they are there, and we will just go ahead and zoom right back into the first crater in question. Okay, so here we are. This is not easy to find, but even from zoomed out, you can already see this very well-defined L-shaped object, sort of protruding, running across the edge of the crater here, making a left. It runs across, it's got a shadow behind it. That's another thing you want to look for. You want to look for the shadows. You want to figure out where the sun is shining and at what angle in these images, so that you can, get your perspective correct and your orientation correct. So from the shadows, the sun is up here to the northwest and it's shining down. So naturally the insides of the craters more toward the north side are going to be in shadow as the sun isn't hitting them, but it will illuminate the edge. And as we look at this particular crater, and there's a lot of weird ones, there's a lot of weird stuff in this image. This giant, long, I'm going to call it a pipe-like structure, is sitting right next to what appears to be just, some sort of massive impact zone. Nothing too crazy, but it is right in the middle of this sort of mountainous, more elevated terrain. And something cool that the gentleman who discovered this did to sort of try to get a better view of what it could be is he used a piece of software that I actually have and utilize myself, called Topaz AI. So you can bring out more detail out of terribly pixelated images or video. And so he threw this into Topaz and he upscaled it. And it essentially just sort of enhances it. And you have to be careful with these AI enhancers, because essentially you're adding pixels, and it's kind of doing guesswork, but there are certain settings that you can use that really don't change the picture much, but they do enhance it, and you would be surprised what is brought to light. So here is the original, and here is the image that he came out with after throwing it into this upscaling and enhancement software. And it looks exactly the same. It just looks more defined. it looks like a giant wall or a pipe, but nonetheless, it appears to be suspended over the edge. You know, if that's not a long wall that is coming out curving, casting a shadow inside of the crater rim, if it's not a wall and it's not, we'll say something natural, a natural formation, which I'll leave up to you guys, then it looks like one of the underground pipes that, pop out from underground from time to time. And we've seen this both on Mars and the moon, but just look at this thing. And the shadow of it being cast, I mean, that really sells it for me. I mean, that just shows this is an object protruding from the surface, and the sunlight hitting it and the shadow behind it are all lining up and correlating. So very, very fascinating. Could this be some sort of transit system or just ancient alien ruins? I don't know. And so I'm going to go through these one by one. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. These are pretty self-explanatory, but this is what I found and what I thought was of interest in about 5-10 minutes of scanning this very suspect Martian image, the link to which I will put down below.